Make it good, y'all.
Go ahead. It's a great day of game day.
And it's a great day for game day at USF.
Yeah, horns up. Go.
I'll play devil's advocate. Those of you on game day, when you go to do game day, you know you have it? Yeah. Okay. Isn't that a great feeling to go on the floor and just go, this is going to be fun. Let's go get it? Yeah. Do you feel that way when you go do this routine? No. There's doubt. There's concern. That's not fun cheerleading.
Any of you guys have anything to say?
You guys talked a lot yesterday?
Honestly, I feel like, yeah.
Okay, then
unless someone.
We can keep it short. I mean, we watched it. You learned something from it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I didn't get to talk to y'all. What'd you learn?
I think we also heavily talked about, like, we all felt like, okay, if we went out there and didn't do the one-on-ones, things probably obviously would have hit, like, that maybe didn't. And I think that a lot of us, like, even though we were in our heads like, oh, we got this one-on-one, like, we can hit it, we can do it, like, telling ourselves that, we didn't do it, obviously, because right when we touch the floor, we don't do it. So I think, like, even though we wanted to, we would get there, and it was just, like, straight fear. So I think that, like, yeah, again, if we went out there and maybe skipped the one-on-ones, we probably could have done a couple things better, but, like, in reality, that's not what we want, and we want to do them. So I think when we came to practice, we realized that, and we were like, okay, we're not ready to do that yet.
You remember I said that this was I felt like it was a coaching error, like whatever. All right? You just said it, like, right. If the 1-1-1s were not there, and I want to change it. There were two things in this routine that need to be changed, but they need to be changed because, not because you're not capable of doing it, because it will help the overall routine. Okay? And you have no clue what those changes are, and we're gonna wait to see exactly what you show us because we're not gonna take away your little practice that you had. But I'm gonna go from the opening alone. Do we do pull-throughs all the same? No. Is every group doing pull-throughs? No. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, we're not doing, I wanna see targets because I'm gonna use the same example based on what we just saw here. The best backhand full-up in this room was Haley's stunt group. They stroked it more than anybody else. And now they throw it timidly and fear. I don't know where it's coming from in that group, but they have yet to see them throw a pull through that looked like and you also have another stunt group directly behind them that just had a personnel change. And they're not quite there to be even attempting pull throughs yet. So I'm like, we can revisit them later, but we need to start the routine off looking the same. So if you put in a lot of time working on pull-throughs, just pull it back. Same technique is there, keep lifting, but the execution of that needs to be to the top. Okay? I'm glad that we think that we're too good for regular backhand full-ups, considering we just learned them this year, essentially. But it's first impression. Okay. And then the pyramid. You're right about you're right about the rewinds. And it's funny that you said that, but I'm afraid you're going to get hurt.
I think I'll be all right.
You think so. But if I called Sawyer or Marissa out here and say, hey, okay. And it's not the capability of y'all doing it, it's just the safety.
And whether we're not talking about removing that element.
Well, I know,
from the
let me,
routine.
yeah. I'm saying changing it, okay? Changing it. I didn't say taking away the rewind. We would still do rewinds. They're just being in a different place in the routine. Because I still remember the practice when everybody goes, the end of this routine is so easy. Oh, it's so easy. You remember that practice? Sandy was at a basketball game and we were in here and we had to run it 5 times and everybody goes, oh, the ending is so what? Say it.
We did do that.
So many times. All right? So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna stretch, we're gonna go through things, and we're gonna take a look at all the work that y'all did on that extra practice. Okay? But I'm gonna read the room, something that y'all don't do a lot of. I'm gonna read the room and then we're gonna make some decisions.
It's not throwing hard skills that are going to have bobbles. You're going to rack up deductions like that. You need to throw the hard skills that you can do perfect. Okay, so no, he didn't mention changing anything. He said the only skill he said was changing was the bufu.
For today, yes, with
Right.
the pyramids. We're gonna let the pyramids show you, but even yeah, okay.
Because I think as a whole, we already talked about we didn't want to change it. So
You didn't want to change?
no, we
Okay, then I'll
didn't.
make a pact with you because I'm a gamer. After y'all go in there, we're gonna start with the rewinds. I'm gonna do it 3 times for each group. And if 2 out of the 3, I'm even giving you a leeway, I'm giving you 1 group. If 2 groups falls twice in a row, it's done. Okay? We're going to, okay? And I don't care about the full up after. Actually, I'm sorry, the sequence. We're doing the whole sequence. I care about the full up after. So rewind,
And-
pop off, or
And can
front
you
flip off, full up,
also
whatever you
tell
do.
them the reason why too is not the reason why that I feel this way.
I don't want to tell them the reason.
About the cheer. The cheer will get killed on that if they act like
No,
that.
but if they go in there and stroke it right now, then they did it. It's y'all's routine. At the end of the day, I care about the fact that the stunts were bad. I told y'all to make a decision. Whose choice was it to go to 1 foot or 2 foot? Was it us or y'all's? Did y'all remember that?
Yes.
Okay, they said she didn't even remember it. I said I didn't care about the stunts. You make the choice. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so I saw what I needed to see. We're going to 2 feet, okay? And I gave you my reasons why. Now, when it comes to the pyramid, Sandy says, regardless of whatever the pyramid is, y'all do the cheer flat. That cheer sucked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Was it because you knew the routine was difficult and everybody was on the ground? I'm giving you an excuse.
He's giving you an excuse.
I'm giving you an excuse. No, that wasn't the reason? So let's think about it. Is it because the pyramid sequence before it is too hard for y'all? Then what is the reason then?
What?
I think it's I said I think we're just being lazy in the cheer.
Huh?
I think we're just being lazy in the cheer.
Okay. Well,
Because we think it's easy.
The girls that throw those standing tucks in the front, do we look flat like we're
She didn't
focused
even go on
on
the right tuck time.
do we look flat like we're focused on standing tucks because we're being lazy or because we're too gassed to do the elements? Because I can tell you every single thing we talk about in game day has to be applied to that cheer or you're screwing yourself too.
They said
And
that-
go back and watch it.
I'm sorry.
It's
They just
bad.
said that they're gassed. You said you were about to throw up. Okay. Do y'all? I know it's 2-a-days, but do y'all work on your own? You're about to go on a 5-day break, and you're going to come back and have to do this routine again. Don't tell me you're going to be gassed because I'm pretty sure me and my wife are going to run and work out and do what we need to do to keep our fitness level at a certain point, and that is not on us to force y'all to do that. So don't tell me that you're tired or you're not conditioned for this. That is not on us, but it's going to be because we're going to run this so hard for the next 2 days. Saturday, or today, Monday and Tuesday are going to be the hardest traditional practices y'all have ever been through.
And why can't we do anything on the right counts, you guys? It's not what you're doing, it's how you look while you're doing it.
No one dipped together on
That's
one.
not being lazy about the counts. The counts are the counts. Catch.
2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like it's one of those where you're gonna have to go, let one person cross, then the other person crosses, and we all cross around one point, not around each other.
If I see another A-frame where y'all are fighting over knees, I'm gonna lose my mind. Why didn't you put your hands up and stand up?
Anybody dropping the bufu sequence at this point with it watered down is unacceptable. Does everybody understand that? Like, if you want to talk about doing all these skills, do them when you're supposed to. This I'm good sometimes and I'm not good the other times, it's unacceptable, period. And it's getting really frustrating.
We wake up, cheer, have a little break, come back, cheer, go to bed, wake up again, and it's cheer.
Why is she starting that far away?
You're the only person that starts that far away. You look at other people go, they're way closer and they move their hands out the way and get their bodies in. You jump in with so much force that there is no technique behind what you're doing. It's a throw and a hope. Shoulder stand, you find behind Olivia's shoulders or the back of her head. If you're there, that means she can see where the feet are gonna come from.
There's too much unnecessary talking sometimes that makes things take too long.
Some of them are really bad, but we need the really good ones to be when it goes. But we're gonna be doing a lot of those today. You know how it's gonna work. Y'all are gonna get it perfect and then they're gonna start doing it. So. No, that's how you learn. Nobody just goes right into running. You know how many times people fall?
Arms and legs at the same time, bases. Same time.
Put it on your leg, honey. Put it on your leg. You've got to stop holding your arm. You're setting yourself up for failure. Horns up, hit it. Come on, ready to fight, down.
B-U-L-L-S, let's go. Bulls don't die. B-U-L-L-S, let's go. Keep pushing. That's what happens when you go on the wrong count.
Technique doesn't get tired, so just focus on doing that and breathing. I've always said that I don't truly believe anybody goes on the floor with the expectations of having a mistake, but sometimes God flicks a top girl off of you or makes the base trip and fall or stupid things happen out of your control, but obviously you did not go in there with that intention, and I understand that. Stay! I think you personally make things harder than they have to be. I think you make things harder than they have to be. Who's Kate's roommate? Does she make things harder than they have to be? Just kidding.
It's very hard mental challenge to get through and to remember why we want to be here and why we chose to be here.
Your horns has to be to the front. You're turn your hand so we see the logo. Cradle off the back. Why does this not stay in the middle of the mat? Why are you getting pushed around, Kate?
Right now we're cleaning a couple more things. I know today we're gonna work on that a lot in the ending pyramid. But from when we started to now, it looks way better.
That's a beautiful basket. You got to square to the side, y'all.
Stay in close. All you have to do is get in close. Chest up, hands up, hands up. How many times have y'all hit this together? How many times? Twice, and you're about to go on a 5-day break. How about racking up some numbers behind this? Okay? I don't know if y'all are holding back thinking that, oh, we're going to practice longer. I'm tempted when she leaves to say, see ya.
That was probably the best one so far.
Who goes this way? That's true, because once the flags get around, he's going to be in the way. Could he go out this way and get set and then go? Because he sets it down usually anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go out this way. Who comes out this way usually? Anybody? If Rocky comes straight out with a flag right behind them and he's right here, is anybody going to be hitting him? Y'all follow out and then over. Let Rocky come to the diagonal immediately, okay?
Game day's doing really well. The routine's coming along. We're kind of nitpicking like every little thing, trying to make sure it all looks good. The sign work is good, and the flag work is good, and the palm work is good, and all the skills are good, megs. Every element is just little things now, which I think is a good place to be in. It's a boring place for the girls, certainly.
Both of these routines, you have to make it to finals. So I need you to go into, there's no like, oh, day one doesn't matter. It might not carry over in your scores, but in both of these routines, if you are garbage on day one, you won't be in a good place order of performance day two, and you won't be possibly even in day two. So day one does matter now because the judges are fully aware if you did good or bad on day one because they know off of order of placement where you sat, okay? So both of these performances need to be perfect, okay? That is the mantra. 4 really great performances in Orlando, not get to finals and try and just do one good one. Okay, so I want full out on both of them, then we'll watch them.
So I think game day, the division in itself, is really about the little things because for the most part, people kind of put the same skills on the floor. It's just a lot different, and it's a lot more than just hitting. It's more about those little things that Sandy nitpicks, which I think is why she's such a great game day coach, is because she's so OCD about the little things, and that's what the judges are going to be looking for, is for every like little intricate piece of the performance to be on point.
And let's hear it for the band! Here we go! Bigger. Good, not bad. Was there something weird on one of y'all's dismounts over here? Is it not good now? Go back to what you were doing and just make sure your signs are the same, okay? Because you can't take a deduction on it, so you need to go talk to everybody. The toe pitches were good going back to the timeout in the sidelines, but the whole green and gold today, it was kind of good, but like I've seen it be crisp. And that's the only palm work in our routine. Like you have to think like we have flag work, we have palm work, we have sign work, we have meg work, we have baskets, we have stunts, we have pyramids. Every single time that is the only thing that is going, that is the impression of that entire section on the score sheet. Does everybody get that? So you don't get to take a break because if your palm work isn't good, that's a part of the score sheet that you're not receiving the best score that you possibly can. You think about it as if it was in the traditional routine. You wouldn't want to just get good stunt scores and and let your basket scores suck, would you? Like you're leaving points on the table.
And we run each section individually to clean it, but really the only way that you can get good reps and see how it will look on the floor is if you run full out. So our practices consist of us running multiple full outs every practice, which is very exhausting.
I am super proud of you guys. I'm super proud of how far we have come. So I know we still have a ways to go. The journey's not done, but for this point of where we're at, I am very proud of you, and I hope everybody does have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And please keep the team's best interest in your mind throughout the break, but also enjoy some downtime and rest your bodies, okay?
Yes. That's just what? Goodwill, I thrifted it. All right, you know what? Some lovely grandma had this before me and took great care of it. She is cute. I need to name her though. I don't have a name.
Yeah, my Dr. Pepper. All right, watch out.
Can we get a sauce for our table?
Did you guys get a sauce for your table? Sauce per table? Sure. Okay. And then if there's not enough.
I like when there's garlic knots with their dipping sauce. I dip my pizza in the garlic knot sauce for extra flavor. It's delicious. You need to try it.
Reagan, don't stick your entire pizza in it.
Not double dipping.
Well, no double.
Of course I double dipped. I got to double dip. Even in this very sick time of ours, I still double dip. I'm sorry.
White elephant, I'm gonna do the rules just really quickly, I'm sure we all know. But the first, whoever has one, who has one? Oh, Grandma Gabby! Okay, so Gabby would pick the gift and she'd open it in front of everybody. And then number 2 would go next. They can either steal a gift or pick from the middle. So a gift can be stolen 3 times, and after the 3rd time, it's done and no longer can be stolen. That's getting stolen. That's getting. Did you see it jiggle when she took it out of the bag? It jiggled.
You can't take it back, but I can steal from anyone.
Yes.
Okay.
I need you to drink it. I knew you were really good at it. Is the fish alive?
Careful, it's gonna die.
That was evil. This is why I hate this game.
Somebody got a fish. A fish.
Careful, it's about to die.
What do they look like?
This year, Haley picked up her gift, and for some reason it was soaking wet, and we all thought that's kind of weird, like, what the heck is in there? And it turns out it was a fish, so that was a new one for us. So now we have a team fish.
Please challenge yourself not to lose focus and start talking about nothing. It transfers into the people that are doing something and it makes things lazy. okay? We're not starting off lazy. What is here, I expect to be 100% effort, 100%. That's way it's gonna look in front of people. It's not what you're doing, it's how you look while you're doing it. I get it that we have people that are not missing from flights, but discipline yourself and control your emotions. That took a little too long because it was unfocused and like we were in playtime. We're not in playtime. Like, let's get what we're supposed to be doing done and then get out of here if we're not doing anything productive, okay? We're going to go through pyramids, what is here, okay? The ones that are here, I want us to do 5 of each element before we move on. We'll start with the full ups, then we'll go to the cheer pyramids, then we'll go to the ending pyramids, and we'll chop it into little pieces. The main part of the ending pyramid I would like us to do is like the cradle reload up to the Swedish. I think that is a focal point of when that is good, the whole pyramid is good, okay? There's still things we can accomplish without throwing full pyramids today. Got it? Okay, move to your full up 111, and if something is not here, please raise your hand. Yes, go.
So we were on break for like 5 days, I would say, from the 21st to the 26th. So we had to be back right on the 26th, the night of the 26th, and some people's flights got canceled. So it's out of our control, so we're just working with what we have today, filling people in, doing certain parts of the routines that we can do, just working with what we have. It's tough, but it's not in our control, so.
Okay, from the rewinds, do the 111s. Middle group, please mark your middle group, please mark your full up. So other girls need to spot that pyramid. Does everybody understand? Got it.
We left on Christmas break feeling like we were in a really, really good spot for both routines, both game day and traditional. We had kind of hit the point where we had met all of our goals really before we left, what we wanted to accomplish, even with the kind of change in personnel that we had right before. We left on like feeling like their bodies needed a few days of rest, and then we were ready to get back and hit it hard. So today's our first day back. Unfortunately, we are hitting it hard, but we don't have everybody here. There was a blizzard all the way across the whole country pretty much, and so we have girls from all over that have kind of been stuck for a couple days in airports. We had some stuck in Indiana and Ohio and Delaware, Maryland, the whole Northeast. So a couple of them did get in right before this practice that we pushed back in timing, and then a few of them are literally in rental cars with their parents driving here. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll have a full team.
Careful. Okay, Reagan, don't flip so hard on that front flip. You flipped really hard on the dismount, so then you almost went through. And then it was like, when that happens, they have to work so hard on that catch that they're not able to get set for the rewind. Not bad though.
A few years ago, again, I feel like I say this all the time now, that would have like stressed me out so bad, but it is what it is. Can't control the weather, and we'll just make do and work on what we can till they get here.
We're gonna breathe. We are going to do the stunts with tops, and then if it hits, we are done and we go on snack break. If it does not hit, whatever does not hit owes me 5. Does everybody understand? Okay, of the stunts, we're good? Okay, you have 2 minutes and then we'll do it. Here we go. Let's go,
The thing about the all-girl Division 1A division, honestly, for both game day and traditional, is the teams are so good. They're so deep. They're really great schools, a lot of super, super talented coaches. And the name of the game is honestly execution in both divisions. In game day, I'm so excited. We have a lot of fun stuff planned. We've been kind of working on this game day routine, really wanting to bring everybody like to South Florida and what USF All Girl is all about. And I think that people will really enjoy this routine. We've put a lot of work, not just at practice, but like outside of practice and man hours into like what we wanted it to look like and how we wanted it to translate for the crowd. I'm super excited. I saw the other teams in the division, they're all really great. So the name of the game is going to be, doing what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it, and executing and being fun, sharp, and clean, and kind of going in and seeing how we fall. But I think we have a really good chance of doing really, really, really well in that division.
So it's a tell me why board, or like, what is your why? Basically, it's what's your motivation to get you through the routine on game day and traditional? Like, why are you here? What's driving you to do your best? And for me, I put that it'll be my last time for traditional, and for game day, I'm putting it's gonna be my first and last time. So my why is to like leave it all out on the mat and do the best that I can to the best of my ability for the last time.
So, what is our why? It pretty much just means like, why do we want to be here? Like, why did we come try out for USF, and why did we decide to make this decision to fully commit and go through this journey? And I know a lot of people said, teammates and our coaches prove people wrong and winning and all of that. But like personally, I think my why is like all of the above, like all of our teammates getting through it. And this is my last year, so like my why is like to put out a good routine, prove people wrong, make everyone proud on the mat and our coaches proud, and to end on a good note, because that's like, that just translate to seasons on like why we came to be here and why we want to make this program the best it can be, because so that the people in the following years have something to look up to and to feed off of. So that board it kind of helps us express like why we want to be here, and it shows our effort and our love for the sport and this program and USF.
Okay, here we go, and let's try this again 100 times sharper, okay? And here we go, give it up for the Bulls from USF. Let's hear it for the band. Get in the half. Pay attention to where you are on the floor. Hey y'all, the dips that dip in, remember the signs have to be to the front. They cannot be like this. This is not readable to the crowd. They're gonna get us on this. So even when you're dipping, whenever it's up, it has to be level to the front, okay? The little things on this aren't bad. The actual horns up signs need to be sharper to me because that's kind of the focal of everything, making sure it hits sharper. So like, don't just go through it like horns up, defense. You need to go through it like we are literally trying to get the crowd to say this with us. Like this has to be a bigger part. I feel like we try to breathe here, and this is not the breathe part. This is like the over-the-top animated part of this. Does that make sense? Okay, we're gonna do it again before we watch.
A little bit more than usual, but we were just running sections to like kind of perfect them, but also be able to like watch everything, because you can always think you're making corrections, but then once you actually watch yourself and you're like, oh, I still look really bad, you can like correct those later after seeing them, and having other people be like, hey, you need to straighten your arm, and being like, okay, yeah, I guess I actually have to make that correction because someone's holding me to it, holding me accountable to it, you know.
And give it up for the University of South Florida. Let's hear it for the Bulls. And that's a win for the Bulls. And the home team takes control of the ball on their own 25-yard line.
Don't die! Give me more! Give me more! Come on, give me more! More!
And there's a timeout on the floor.
Much better. It's a lot better. Much better. Okay, come in. That was a lot better. Way better. Come here. So much of that was a lot better, okay? There was one thing, that the baskets were better themselves. I did not like that basket being underneath those bases' feet. It was, you literally watch the video. The bases are standing on her sign in the basket. Like, if I swear to God, if somebody gets hurt, I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm gonna be mad because I have said that not once, not twice, but like 15 times that it should not be that close to the basket. Are we on the same page? Okay. Other than that, the basket itself was really good. That very first Bulls flag, is it hard for you to get there? When you get there, I need you to try and extend your arms up as much as you can, because you were on time, but you're not as high as everybody. So like, you were there, but it looks like you get there and you're like, oh, thank God I'm there, instead of I'm here and then go, and then you get to breathe because you're not S. Does that make sense? So try not to let that be the breather. Overall, it was a lot better. I think we did die. You're gonna see it in the sideline. We did die. I'm not sure I love the spin on the very last one. For you two, I think it makes y'all all of a sudden start concentrating at the end, the people underneath it, instead of like over the top leading. And that is a part where like we need the center to really like lead more. That's why I was on Olivia, to give me more on that part and attack the crowd at the end. So can we take that spin out and just keep it for now? And let's try and make our faces and our signs on top and the girls underneath be bigger. Okay, let's go watch.
We've been like just running full outs and just kind of like going with the flow and watching it from one angle. And today we got to like film different sides of the routine and just really like watch certain people and watch certain things on, hey, this side looks really good doing this, but is the other side actually doing that? And Sandy particularly is really like symmetrical. She likes everything super even. So we got to like see exactly what people need to do when they need to do it. So we all look uniform.
Breathe, 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 breathe. Tumbling actually was the best timing in a tumbling I've seen. That's starting to get cleaner because we're focusing on it. The rewinds, we got there, and instead of taking a deep breath and going, we looked a little. Oh, girl, let them know I've got the stuff that you. We looked a little rushed. And when we do that, people throw back, or we get to our heels. We don't ball up and lift over the balls of our feet. All the key words, when you get frantic, someone throws those keywords out the window. So settle down. It's not any rush than the time before when you hit it. Like you literally lined it up and checked one off. So still take your breathers. It's only fast if you make it fast. Does everybody got that? Full up 111's not bad again, but again, they're easier if we're not frantic out of a cradle. If you miss an element, take a deep breath, move on, settle down, go to the next one, okay? Okay, here we go, focus. Here we go, let's go, let's go. All the way through the end, shoulder stands. Here we go, focus. Here we go, and here we go, music's on. Good job. Good. We're slow. I knew we were slow. I was worried about that. Hold. And then come down. Good. Good job. Good job. Let's go watch them. Good job.
And we do get videoed, and after each full out, we'll go back, we'll critique some of those small little details so our routine can look better overall.
So what I wanted to say about that one, besides the fact that we went again, is that remember that one part of the pyramid affects another part of the pyramid. So because there was an issue over there and things were down, the other side then wasn't able to go. So a mistake like that, instead of being 4 points, could have been 8 points real fast. The deductions at UCA College, they rack up. They're not like 0.25s and 0.5s. Like they're like 3 points in some areas. So just always remember, like if something doesn't go well in one part, you have to be able to keep the shoulders up enough to get to the next part, okay? All right, here we go.
The division for traditional, the truth is that there are more good teams in that division than can actually be in finals. So that's what can be so nerve-wracking about Division 1A All-Girl is that, like, you have to do good both days or you're nervous just to be into the next day. And it's one of those things where there are teams sometimes that just have too many mistakes on day one that they're watching on day two, but had they hit, they could have been a contender the next day. So I'm really excited. I think that we could do really, really, really well this year in our division. We could place really well. We obviously have our goals of what we want to do and what we want to accomplish, but the name of the game is going to be hitting when we're supposed to and hitting when it matters. And if that happens, I do think our possibility in both divisions is very good with execution.